Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Happy new comic book day, March 13th, 2024. I hope all you guys found all your books wherever you find them, mailed to you, in your cubby, on the new comic book shop wall. However you guys get your books, I hope you guys found all the books that you're looking for this week. I know I did here in the loud, mysterious black bag. As usual, we're going to get dived into what books I got this week, what I thought about them. I already read them. Kind of got them in a top 3 order this week. I only picked up 3 books. And there's a free book I wanted to point out for you guys to look for at your local comic book shop. Alright guys, now before we get dived into that, I do want to, for the first time almost ever, let you guys into my life just a little bit more. Everyone here knows Jacob Comics as, you know, the person that I am here, and that is the person that I am, but I don't always talk about my life, right? I always talk about the comics that we're all enjoying together. But today I would like to really ask, kindly, if you would, click the link below, subscribe to my Instagram channel, come check me out. You know, I don't exactly know how to say this super quickly, so I'm going to do the best here. Bear with me, guys. I don't have this scripted or anything. But basically, like, I have 5 children, right? And I love my 5 kids. And 4 of those children I have with a woman who was my best friend and meant everything in the world to me for most of my adult life. And things tragically ended, and we haven't been together for many years now. And unfortunately, things haven't gone well for her since we split, and she's actually losing the kids to the state. Currently, I have the 2 oldest who live with me already in our 1-bedroom apartment, and next week is the hearing, and I am like 99.9% sure that all 4 children will be moving in with me very soon. And yeah, if you guys could, I've been trying, you know, I've been doing this for over 2 years now, definitely trying to grow my presence and sell my comics through IG. That's kind of been the plan since the beginning. And I would really appreciate it if you took the opportunity today to click that link below, subscribe to my IG, help spread the word. I would really appreciate it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get dived into the comics today. I hope I didn't Debbie Downer you too much. Let's turn that frown upside down and talk about what comics we all got this week, or at least I got this week, and I hope you guys picked up what books you were looking for. I can't afford a lot, and that's usually why I limit myself to just a very small amount of books. Usually the top books. So, you know, I feel like I'm always talking about books that most everybody's reading. So we've got Amazing Spider-Man 45 here by Zeb Wells, the first issue after the Gang War crossover, and I really enjoyed this story. And this front cover by John Romita Jr. is actually one of his best, I think. It really captures the gritty kind of scratchiness of his style in such a perfect way. I absolutely love this cover by him. And we get an interesting story in this one. I really enjoyed the story in this one. I almost kind of felt like I was watching a 90s Spider-Man cartoon with the continuity that we've been getting from Zeb Wells on issue 45 now, and kind of weaving in characters, weaving back in characters. I'm really enjoying this run, honestly, guys. I can't, you know, he's not with Mary Jane, which is what everybody would like, right? But I think he's finding a story that's super interesting, and I'm definitely on board and enjoying it. I can't wait to see what happens next issue. That's just where I'm at. And another thing, I'll throw this out. We've talked about this before here on the channel. I really love the new format with Marvel. I don't mind paying the extra $1 to have a book that doesn't feel like tissue paper. and both Amazing Spider-Man and Wolvie 45 were that way this week. Really nice cardstock covers and just a beautiful product. And this book continues the Sabretooth War. This is part 5. The war continues. This definitely feels like a part 5 of a 10-part series. We're at the middling ground. We're kind of like establishing sides and setting up for that final conflict. And some story development happened, and we really got to see where some certain characters are now, and it continued to be very brutal, though not as brutal as some of the issues before. But still, it's carrying that momentum for me, and it started off so strong that I'm not mad. We kind of got to set up a couple more things to make sure we can finish strong here, and that's kind of what's going on in that issue. We're setting up a lot of fun stuff. Now, here in the number 1 spot, you guys know me. I was super excited, looking forward to this. When I heard about like what the story was about too, I was even more excited. And so I'm not gonna spoil anything in the story, but just kind of set it up for you as where this takes place and when it takes place, which is super crucial to and who's writing it. Okay, so let's start with who's writing it. So Peter David's writing this, guys. The original creator, writer of the original 90s longtime series, my gateway drug to comics. And so he's writing it. So already I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. We're giving it back to Peter David? Yeah, let's do this. Then I hear, wait a minute, he's actually starting off right where he left off in issue 43. Now, keep in mind that the series went 46 issues, right? But 43 was kind of the end of the Venom arc, basically. And so he's adding this story in between Spider-Man 2099 43 and Spider-Man 2099 44 from 1996. And I think it's going to be super fun. We're getting 5 issues, I think it is. I think it's a 5-issue mini, maybe 4, but I think it's 5. And the story, that's the setup. And I'm not spoiling anything because it's all over the cover, and Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 being the title, you can kind of see where they're going with this. Miguel ends up with a symbiote. And additionally, like, what I really enjoyed about this issue was it totally felt like we were picking up at issue 43 and 1/5. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to call it. And that was so cool. There was like long time callbacks to things that were happening in that run that sort of never got wrapped up, because I want to assume that it was probably around issue 43, maybe before he started writing 44, that they told him, hey, it's 46 is going to be the last one, so don't write yourself into a corner. You maybe want to write the series to an end, right? You have 3 issues left to write it to an end. And so I feel like that's what he was tasked with. I don't know this for fact, but just kind of looking at it and being like, he wanted to tell this story. That's where my brain goes. I'm like, okay, so he probably had this story like in his mind back in the 90s. This is where he was gonna go had they not came to him and been like, hey man, it's canceled, only 3 more, wrap it up. And so he did. But when you're writing something for 45 issues, 43 issues, it's hard to wrap everything up. There's gonna be loose hanging threads, and there always was loose hanging threads with the character of Kron Stone. And that, it seems, this is not a spoil, I'm not spoiling anything, this is just, trying to tempt you even more into buying this book. I don't make anything off of it, but he's my favorite character and I want to see him get more series. So please buy it. But yeah, so it's kind of at least, I don't know if it's going to finish the storyline or it's at least continuing the storyline with Kron Stone, and because that kind of wasn't really completely wrapped up, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, guys. That is what I have today on the new comics. Now, like I said earlier in the episode, there is a free book out there that you want to make sure to look for when you head out to your new comics store this week, if you do have one in your area. Is this Marvel free Blood Hunt Diaries. It is no charge or anything. It's go behind the scenes of the bloodiest Marvel event ever with exclusive interviews, first looks, and more. And so, we get some interviews with Jed MacKay, the writer, and then we get a few pages sneak preview. Just kind of not trying to spoil it, but flipping through just so you can get an idea of what's in there. Some more interviews, a little bit of advertisement type, some advertisements, but then some more interviews. And I have not had the opportunity to read through this yet, but that is kind of their tagline with this, that it'll be the bloodiest Marvel event ever. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, I believe it's going to be a vampire themed thing, and what really has kind of solidified that for me is on the front cover here. That's Blade, and he's kind of bigger than everybody else, and it says, "Who will bite it?" ? So like maybe people will die, but also bite as in like some people might be turned into vampires. So it's maybe like a Marvel zombie event, but vampires. So if that sounds up your alley, that's coming out pretty soon, and you can pick up the free preview of it in your local comic shop today. That's what I have this week, guys. As always, if you do like this kind of content, like, comment, subscribe, click all the buttons and links below. We'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.